All right. Well, my friends, listen, heed my words. We're going to build back better, baby. Because we got breaking news. This is amazing. 4.3 million Americans quit their jobs in August, a new record.
Oh my.
Great resignation trend continues as job market upended by pandemic. Wow, this is amazing news. Let's get a round of Let's Go Brandon, everybody. Let's go, Brandon.
Let's go, Brandon.
Yeah,
Yes.
this is great.
Woohoo.
Thank you, Joe Biden. Let's go, Brandon, for the
Yes.
mass resignations during a supply shortage, cargo ships being jammed up, trucker shortages, labor, food, gas prices skyrocketing. And now 4.3 million people in August quit their jobs. I wonder what the numbers for September are.
That's when the mandate was issued. And it's also important to understand that, again, a lot of people here are putting themselves in a situation knowing that they're going to lose everything, and they're saying, I might as well just get out of this crazy situation if they're going to be enforcing this and move on and find another way, find another job. So I wouldn't be surprised if most of those resignations, most of those people quitting were from big companies who were mandating this and them saying, no, I'm not going to go along with this and I need an out.
Now check this out. They say approximately 4 million people per month have been leaving their jobs since the spring as part of a trend that has become known as the Great Resignation. Under Joe Biden's presidency, for some reason, everybody's quitting their jobs. Mm-hmm. Great, that's amazing. That's good. It's a good thing. It's almost like
it's a good thing.
Yeah, it's a good thing. The economy is being reset at a great level.
That's what it sounds like to me. I was just gonna say, having this many people resign in the course of a month, that sounds like a really big reset.
Resignation for the reset nation.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yes, it does. It's terrifying.
I
but-
wonder what's going to happen, because people who are familiar with how supply chains work know how bottlenecks work, right? If you get something that's constricting and slowing it down. So right now there's a lot of backlog at ports. Suppose 5% of truckers resign because they don't want to get vaccinated. And suppose 5% of ship captains resign. And suppose 5% of, say, warehouse workers resign. That's a lot more friction on an already stressed system. That bottleneck is going to back up in a real hurry. And the question is going to be, what's it going to take to be able to get out? These vaccine mandates, if they are the cause of these resignations, this is going to hit supply chain stuff, and that supply chain stuff is going to get way worse before it gets better. And the question becomes, at a certain point, how do you even unload those ports? Mm-hmm. What are you going to do?
Well, Walmart, Home Depot, these stores are all chartering private boats now. It's really, really amazing. I mean, look, 2020 was bad, right? And we can say Donald Trump did a good job in 2019. It was a great economy. 2020 COVID hits and then things aren't so good. But we're supposed to be recovering. Joe Biden has turned what is supposed to be a rapid resurgence as we reopen into a complete catastrophe.
Yep.
And to be fair, we love to just throw it at Joe Biden because he's the president, but it's his administration. Mm-hmm. Every single one of them involved.
If he promises something, he should be held accountable for it. He also promised the COVID numbers to go down. They've been going up dramatically with more intervention, more government getting involved. And again, even when it comes to the ports, there's so many things to unwind there, because in the mainstream media, like we saw in this article by The Independent, this is all pandemic related. Job loss, economic suffering, inequalities. This is all pandemic. This is all because of the sickness. No, it's not. It's because of the government. Mm-hmm. It's because of big fat cat bureaucrats intervening, making the situation that much worse and not really helping anyone out, especially when you look at the scientific data and you see direct intervention, mandates, restrictions, lockdowns, and you see places that didn't follow it. You look at the cases, you look at the numbers, the hospitalizations, the deaths. There's not a big difference there at all. And some would argue that the situation has been exacerbated to its fullest extent with the ports. There's literal ships that are ready to dock. They can't because one of their workers tested sick. What do many of these boats have to do? They can't just wait it out. They have to go back to their country of origin where they started from. So we're talking about ships that were in the Philippines, that are in California, have to go back to the Philippines. There's labor unions, a part of these trade routes, that are saying, please stop with these ridiculous lockdowns, with these ridiculous restrictions. They make absolutely no sense at all. The laws that you guys have implemented here are absolutely backwards. Meanwhile, you have the southern border wide open. But if you come into the United States, you need a negative test.
quarantine actually comes from, it's Italian, from the 1660s. A ship suspected of carrying contagious disease would have to wait in port for 40 days. The quarantine.
Oh, interesting. Yeah. You guys ever see the episode of Seinfeld where George Costanza decides to do the opposite of everything he normally
fantastic.
does? It's almost like
Bizarre.
that's Joe Biden.
That's what we're trying.
He's
trying.
do the opposite of what so everything goes wrong. The ports are all backed up, but the border's wide open. Drug cartels are smuggling drugs in, but we can't get our Christmas toys.
That's right.
What? Why? Wait, the one thing that should be here can't, and the one thing that's not supposed to be here is.
Yeah.
Talk about a guy doing the opposite of what's supposed to be happening.
Hunter Biden is happy, though. He's getting whatever he wants. So, again, we talked about his approval numbers, and we said it's probably the Taliban, it's probably the cartel members that are the ones that are saying we're very happy with what's happening right now, because everyone else is just looking around. And I think a lot of people are ashamed that they even voted for Biden. I'm not seeing anyone support Joe Biden. I'm not seeing anyone make any defenses except for sellouts who get hired to do it. Whether it's influencers, actors, they're the only ones publicly supporting them. They're having a hard time even pulling that off.
It's punk rock again.
Oh.
Now that Joe Biden's approval rating is in the gutter, it is once again punk rock to oppose Joe to support Joe Biden.
Yes.
Because now most people don't like him.
Okay.
So now that most people don't like him, I actually like him.
Oh, okay.
Because I'm punk rock.
What do you like most about him?
His eyes.
Okay.
His hair.
You mean his beady eyes that barely are up?
Dude.
I like his grubby little hands.
Cheering for Biden is so mainstream, man.
Yeah, man.
It was for a long time. I wonder now what'll happen now that people are starting to hate him. Will celebrities now be like, Joe Biden sucks?
No.
The question for me is, just looking at how the politics of this are shaping up, Biden was brought in on a wave of anybody but Trump. I wonder what is going to happen if Trump throws his hat back in the ring. I don't know what Trump is going to do, but suppose Trump throws his hat back into the ring. Now your people are going to get to say, okay, we're going to Trump can run on his record, and Joe Biden is going to run on his record, and I wonder what that looks like. What media environment does that create? What new levels of inauthenticity will the media reach? What new levels of fakery will show up when you all of a sudden, because when Biden was running, it was always, he was basically running on Obama's record. I was Obama's vice president. Therefore, everyone goes, okay, well, how were the years during Obama? Well, that I guess maybe wasn't the worst thing in the world. And they hate Trump, so fine. They can pull the lever for Biden. Now Biden has a track record. Now people get to look at Biden and say, this is what we're going to vote for 4 more years of.
Now they'll take Trump.
Yeah.
We're seeing Trump support go up in a lot of key areas.
I want to correct you a little bit, because Biden wasn't running. The media was running for Biden, and Biden was literally in a basement, and they were keeping him there, making sure he wasn't out there to the general public. So now the media is even questioning Biden and being like, wait, hold on. What do we have on our hands here? We have a president that doesn't even want to talk to us, that literally says he's going to get in trouble if he gives us a comment.
Yep.
We're having record low ratings. We're shilling for a guy that literally doesn't even know what's going on, doesn't even know where he is, that literally created one of the worst disasters in geopolitical history with Afghanistan. And they're looking around at the utter chaos and devastation. And I think even a lot of people in the media are going to have a very hard time shilling for him again in 2024. And I don't think he's going to be running. I think he's not going to be the candidate. It's impossible with the havoc that he is wrecking on the American people.
It'd be too good.
Yeah.
It would be too good for the Republicans and for the anti-establishment. So they need to pull him out and then get some kind of do-over with. But I don't know. Honestly, I don't even know who to name. Who is
Kamala Harris?
No
way.
one likes her.
No.
No one likes her.
She's worse
And
than
She's
Hillary.
like she's like Hillary, but worse.
No
Yeah.
one likes
It's amazing.
Well, I guess
right?
some people like Biden.
Who
I
likes
guess.
Biden?
But I guess like
Well-
13% of the population.
No,
but
hold
when
on.
he ran,
Now hold on there a minute, Ian. Let me ask you a question. If someone came to you and told you that they liked, say, Giordano's deep dish pizza, it's good, right?
Now I'm listening. Yeah.
But what if you then asked them when was the last time they had it, and they said, "Oh, I've never actually had it."
Oh.
Would you believe them?
No,
that they,
I would prefer not to hang out with that person.
But you'd be like, "How could you say you like Giordano's deep dish pizza if you've never actually?"
I think
had
I
it?
know people like that. Where they're like, you like that? They're like, yeah. And they're like,
Exactly.
why did I
exactly.
lie?
So when you say some
Disingenuous.
people like Biden, I'm like, you're correct, but it's just like that. They don't know anything about him. They haven't followed the news. They don't know or care. It's just, yeah, I like, whatever.
It's not Trump.
And we just
Right.
pull out the old postmodern analysis of Joe Biden and say they're not voting for Biden. They're voting for the symbol of what Biden represents. They're voting for the media created image of what Biden would be if he was actually in charge and running things.
We need a comic about this.
Yeah.
Right?
Where like
That's good.
there's the media's version of Joe Biden. Have you ever seen Ben Garrison's version of Trump?
Yes.
I love it.
Oh my gosh.
He's like ripped
I
and he's
can't
like got
handle
a
it.
strong
His
chest
hair.
and broad shoulders and yeah, come on, please.
Glorious.
And I still voted for the guy, but I recognize that's not Trump. Trump walks like a duck and he's overweight. He's been doing better.
Yeah,
he
he's
lost
doing
a lot of
great.
weight.
Looks good.
But I would love a comic of like the media's version of Joe Biden. Like the Joe Biden that exists in the hearts and minds of the most zealot Democrats. He's like ripped and chiseled with his aviator sunglasses and a leather jacket, and he's in a convertible, and he's like, "Get in, loser! We're saving America!" And they're like, "Yay!" When in reality, he's like, he can't speak and he touches kids.
Ugh. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, didn't they do a magazine cover where he was wearing his super cool aviators, and where everyone was just like, "What is this?" Like, we all see this feeble, decrepit old man, and you guys are trying to tell us that he's some kind of superhero. But
They
Barack
love it.
Obama was right when he said you should never underestimate Joe Biden's ability to mess things up.
I love the people who are like, "Hey, remember, Obama's only scandal was a tan suit."
Oh my.
And there are people who are just like, it's like the pizza thing. The people who are just like, they'll say, "Yes, I like whatever you say." So they all laugh along and go, yeah, tan suit. And then I'm just like, you remember when Obama killed that kid, that American kid, in a civilian restaurant in Yemen? Like, and other civilians? Yeah, you don't want to talk about scandals.
Operation Fast and Furious,
Oh,
Yes.
the spying scandal, NSA scandal, war on whistleblowers, going after
Spying on Merkel, man.
journalists and whistleblowers more than any other president before him with this one particular law. I forgot the name of it.
The Espionage Act?
The Espionage
Yeah,
Act.
he used it more than all other presidents combined.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, like, there's so many things to talk about the Biden presidency, and a lot of people have said that a Biden presidency is a continuation of an Obama presidency, and there might be some merit to that, but this would be kind of an unmasked Obama push that literally is just the perfect representation of everything globalists ever wanted. It's their epitome of their wet dream when it comes to when you see what they're able to achieve. A lot of people are saying, "Oh, it was just a mistake. Oh, this is, there's just an accident." I think when you're at that high level of government, I think when you have that much money, that much power, I think they play things off as accidents and mistakes, when in reality, a lot of this stuff was deliberate. And when you look at whose interests it serves, who it helps, it's usually the people backing these individuals. It's usually the dark money. It's usually a lot of the people that are behind the scenes, that usually are very influential in governments, but they're the ones that don't get voted on. They don't get elected, but they're still there.
The bureaucratic state.
Exactly.
I just sent Lydia there's a comic book where they made a comic of Hillary Clinton.
Oh my gosh.
Oh
Yeah.
no.
Yeah.
I forgot about
geez.
this.
Yeah, they did.
The superhero we didn't know we needed.
Yeah.
Like
Oh,
an
it's-
evil villain, Hillary
it's-
Clinton.
it's
We
a-
knew we didn't want.
Yeah, we knew we didn't want her.
I'll
We
tweet out
don't
the-
deserve or need.
Okay.
Thanks for checking out this clip from the Timcast IRL podcast. If you want to see the full show, come back to this channel, youtube.com/TimcastIRL, Monday through Friday at 8 p.m., where you can leave comments and super chat, and we actually will read your comments on the show. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and if you want exclusive members-only content, segments you can't get anywhere else, go to timcast.com, become a member, and we even have full bonus episodes. Thanks for hanging out, and we'll see you all next time.